Amelia Roach, a next-gen intern here at Montgomery Community Media, and I am honored to be here with
Brad Scott. I'm the executive director at the Olney Boys and Girls Club.
For those who don't know, what is Olney Boys and Girls Club and who does it serve?
So the Olney Boys and Girls Club is a large youth organization in the Olney area. We have kids in our program all the way from pre-K all the way through high school. So we primarily, from our sports perspective, we serve kids in our entire community.
Brad, what made you take on a leadership role and help guide the community?
I've worked with the organization for about 10 years now and came aboard running the sports programs, and I knew pretty quickly there was a lot more that we could get done, and there was a lot more of a vision that I wanted to see take place at the Olney Boys and Girls Club. So we combined the roles, and I've kind of been doing both running the sports and as the director for a number of years now. And it's just following a vision of growing and providing more sports and more opportunities for the kids in our community.
How does OBGC support kids academically and socially other than athletically in sports?
Yeah, so sports, I think, teach kids the right ways to develop and become leaders. So I think that naturally helps out at school and the academic world, which is obviously hugely important. We stress with all of our athletes, you can't play sports unless you're getting the grades and doing the work you need to in the classroom. Part of our sponsorship and scholarship program is we do give away high school scholarships to kids that are going on to college as well. So we encourage kids to apply for that and to get the grades they need in order to participate in sports and then to get to the next level.
That is very interesting and a huge tool that people and especially students might not know about. So that's great hearing that from you. The National Boys and Girls Club mission is to enable all young people, especially those who need it most. How does Olney share that sentiment, and how do you go achieving that mission?
Our mission is really to develop kids to develop a lifelong interest in sports and to take those interests and the things they learn at that level just to become better people and better adults. At the end of the day, everybody's going to move forward in life at different levels. Some kids will play at a really high level. Some kids will play in high school or college. But it's really the foundation that we want to teach kids: teamwork, sportsmanship. Those are the type of things, how to work with different people. Those are the kind of things that will lead them to be better adults, better people as they grow up and get age up and look for jobs and end up in the workplace.
Yes, that's true. In this culture, training and off-season training, and it can be very competitive, especially with private institutions. So a club is very inclusive, and that's great that kids have an opportunity to all be included in a sport like that. Do you have a personal moment or story that you could share that showed the impact OBGC has had on a young person?
Yeah, so just this last year we gave a scholarship to one of our players, Michael Robles, who went on he's playing football in college.
That's amazing.
And he grew up in our area. Actually, he grew up in the Wheaton area and then moved to OBGC and participated with us for about 3 years. And then went on to Sherwood and had a successful football career there. Michael's gone on to play it in college. We've done some different media actually with him as well, and he talked about just how the community and OBGC kind of supported him as he kind of continued to play at the higher levels, get better, and just the support. So the scholarship program that we run for the high school kids that are going to play sports at the next level is a huge thing for us that really make impacts, I think, in the young people's lives. It's an application process, so they have to put into words, what the organization kind of meant growing up and how it helped develop them, and then, how they're going to kind of move forward with their lives. So it's a huge thing for us.
That's very inspiring. I'd love to look into that. I've never heard of that, and the fact that he went to Sherwood, a local Montgomery community school, that's great. OBGC has seen a record participation. Why do you think families are more interested in getting involved?
So we have lots of different programs, so we kind of created a situation where we have all kind of sports. So we have something for everybody. We're finding post the COVID world, more and more kids are playing multiple sports as well, so that if you want to play baseball or soccer or softball, then you might also start playing flag football. Flag football has been a sport that's grown tremendously over the last couple of years. We're excited that now we have options for girls flag football. Now that Montgomery County is running the program, we're seeing more and more girls participate in flag football. So that's been a big jump for us. Our basketball program is huge every year. Lacrosse, soccer. So I think it's having a wide range of programs, doing things well in the right way so that kids want to continue to play with us and come back. And then we have a very extensive, so we have an in-house program, so that's kind of a sports program for anybody, whether you just kind of want to play more limited basis, play a game on the weekends and a practice, or the high-end travel player that this is what they're doing, and they're traveling to tournaments on weekends, and so we've cultivated the program to have something for everybody.
Yeah, that expansive amenities does help inclusivity, especially when high schools are cutting programs or sports where it kind of limits interests. So that's great that OBGC has a lot of participation like that. And what are your goals for OBGC for the next few years?
We have big goals. So we're working on lighting up the facility. So for like 20 years, we kind of built the park, and it was more only used kind of during the daytime. But we're adding in. We have baseball field now with lights. We have parking lot lights. We're looking to put more lights up so that our programs are expanding, as you had said. So we need more time and to extend it to have more of a night presence. So lighting up the park is a huge goal for us, and then we ultimately would love to figure out building an indoor facility for the off-season workouts, for more gym space. Ultimately, there's only so much gym space like in the Olney area, and we want to create a volleyball program, especially for girls. We want to do some different things, so we need to have more space to be able to do some more of the things that we want to do. So we'd love to build something down the line indoors.
Olney is great because of the land and space out there, so hopefully
Yes.
That's great.
The facility is beautiful. I mean, we're very lucky. We have 130 acres. We have 7 soccer, lacrosse, football fields, and then we have 4 baseball and 1 softball. So we can do a lot of sports there, but we just need more of that inside presence, especially for the winter and for off-season training.
So coming those renovations, you will see more programs being established, or other.
Yeah, we would love
sources?
to have be able to establish a volleyball program, which it's just challenging because of limitations with gym space and having such a large basketball program. We have wrestling programs indoors, so there's just so much demand, and it's tough with space. So we'd love to build something that we can take care of some of that need.
That's great. Other than donating and contributing to fundraisers, how do families get involved in OBGC?
So even aside from sports, we kind of pride ourselves on being able to help the community and the businesses. We have a lot of different community events. So we have a Cal Ripken team, that college kids that come and play baseball at OBGC now, a Crop Dusters baseball team.
Yes.
So we have the Crop Dusters. We do fireworks with that on July 3rd, 4th. So we do a fireworks show that the community comes to. We do movie nights, outdoor movie nights. So the community is able to come in and watch a movie under the stars. It's always free, so it's another way for them to engage. So we're always looking for things we can do. We run a ton of tournaments, obviously, with our programs, and it really benefits then the businesses in the area that we hear from the restaurants and the gas stations, and when we have these tournaments going on, just how many people come and spend income there. So it's a good economic driver for the businesses in our area as well.
Of course it does. Why does a community, why do youth sports matter so much in a community like Olney, and talking in a broader sense?
Yeah, I think when kids are active and busy, I mean, they stay out of trouble, right? They learn the positive traits and things that can help them down the line, as we were talking about. So I think sports gives kids such a great foundation for what life is. So I would say that's the biggest thing, that getting them exposed to sports at an early age they can benefit from later on.
And what would you say to those who are interested in joining OBGC, and how would you get them to join?
So we have all information on our website. Obviously, people can register with us on our website, obgc.com. Social media-wise, at OBGC Sports for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So there's all information there. We're very active on social media. I have interns from the different high schools in the area that work for me that do a lot of the social media work and go out and film the kids playing sports and things. So there's a lot of footage and different aspects of the programs that we have that are kind of showcased there. So it's a good place to kind of go and learn more about us.
That's a good place for listeners to look if they're interested in joining the club. Is there anything else you would like for people to know about OBGC that hasn't been included?
No, I think we kind of touched on kind of all of what we do, and again, we look at ourselves as youth sports is always going to be kind of our number one focus and the thing that we are devoted to, but we do love the opportunity to do a lot more in our community and to help everybody that we can in terms of what they want to do.
Brad, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an honor to have you here. Thank you for watching. I am Sophia Roach, a Next Gen intern here at Montgomery Community Media. Thank you.